Hola. Hola, hola. I'm Alyssa, and I'm your Spanish teacher, your future Zoom Spanish teacher. And I just wanted to pop out of the box to give you a little tour of Zoom classes because this is not your typical Zoom class and it's not your typical language class. So here's some more info. I love teaching on Zoom, and one of my favorite aspects is that people can join us from anywhere in the world. So we have a lot of fun with the map. We can look at the map. Where are you? Zoom in, figure out how far we are from each other. Cerca, near. O lejos, far. We always start class with a check-in and how are you? And one great thing about Zoom is that you can have all of these visual supports to support the conversation and give you cues about how to answer this question. And then it changes as we gain more and more Spanish. There's different adjectives and we can have different conversations. I love to talk about the weather, which is funny because I didn't ever used to teach weather. I thought it seemed kind of boring, but when you think about it, we talk about the weather all the time. It's really useful to know. And it's really interesting because everyone's in different places and the weather's different. So one place it's 40 degrees and another place it's 90 degrees. So that's really fun. We can talk about how many degrees is it where you are? And that's also teaching numbers. Is it raining? Do you like the rain? Maybe it's windy. Hace viento. I love our group calendar. Every class has its own calendar. And at the beginning of the month, we ask what's happening in the month, and we can add everyone's events, whether it's a trip to Hawaii or a birthday or a kid coming home from college or a wedding. We can put it all up there. And then every week check back in like, oh, how was Hawaii? How was the wedding? And it's all part of the community that's formed, and we get to know each other in our lives, and that's feels really nice. I look forward every week to my classes. We create stories together, and again, just having the visuals so that when I'm speaking, it can be 100% comprehensible. Because when it's comprehensible, when you understand the Spanish that you hear, it's going in subconsciously, like in the back door. So I really work hard to make sure you understand everything that I'm saying. And so we create stories, and I'll ask, what is there? Is it a person? Is it an animal? Is it a thing? And where are they? Where do they live? There's always some problem. So we create, what's the problem? And then we resolve the problem. And it's nice. We have a lot of happy endings, which we need right now in life. After we create a story together, I write it up, and the class helps contribute to remember what happened, because a lot of times there's a lot of details and sometimes they're a little odd because strange things are the things we remember. So it's on purpose that the stories can be a little bizarre. But so we write it up together, and then you see all the language coming together right then and there. And one thing I really like is, a normal Zoom meeting or class, somebody shares their screen and then the screen becomes this big and the presenter is a tiny little square up in the corner. But with this program that I use, I can be right here and I could be pointing to the words and writing it, and it's all right there, which is pretty nice. I have to say that my favorite part of Zoom is we get to meet people's pets, which is amazing. Maybe they have a pet. No, they probably don't have a pet penguin, but if they did, we can meet it. And also, you're allowed to lie in Spanish class, so maybe you do have a pet penguin. But we get to meet all the little puppies and all the doggies and gatos, the cats. Oh, here's a gato. Say. So we get to know each other's animals too, which is really fun. overall, it's just a very joyful and community-oriented experience. And a really awesome benefit is that you get to acquire Spanish without even trying, and by just showing up, being present, and enjoying yourself and each other. So thank you for checking out this little Zoom demo, and come try a class. We'd love to have you. Gracias.